I just want to make a video real quick. Um, when I was sitting in the support group tonight, um, I've been going to these support groups because I feel like I was led to go to these support groups um, to help me heal on the healing road, um, led by God, higher power, basically, to go to these support groups. And I do think they help. I do think they help, um, for sure. Even though I didn't think they were helping, I do think they do help, being around other people that I can kind of relate to, similar type of stuff in a way, recovering from type of thing. But in my mind, I'm like, God believes in this program, so I gotta give it a chance. There must be something to this 12-step type of thing. There must be something to it, So that's what I've been giving it a chance, and I think it helps. But I do think when people are sharing what they say, sometimes is from God to me, and I can tell. You know how I say, like, Jesus helps me through other people? I think that happened again, because it says the thing I need to hear at that time that really clicks and gets my attention, and I can resonate with, basically. But anyways, mainly because God watched my life, so He knows what to say to me to help me, basically, on this healing road, this long healing road. But anyways, one thing that hit me when I was sitting there is I am one of God's sons. Despite all that's happened to me, whatever, my behavior in life, my bad attitude in life, all that, I'm still one of His sons. And I think He wanted me to know that, that I am one of His sons. That it wasn't like I thought my whole life that God only cared about Jesus, basically. All the center was on Jesus and not me. That God didn't care about me, He cared about Jesus. And same with everybody else. I guess that's why I kind of resented Jesus, because that's the only one that people cared about, and seemed like God cared about. So I just thought I was a forgotten child of God. That, if I'm honest, I thought I was one of the forgotten sons of God, totally forgotten by God. While everyone's attention my whole life is on Jesus, everyone's attention's on Jesus, I thought I was just forgotten. And that's why it surprised me when I realized God was keeping track of me, like where I was in life, what I was doing in life. That's why it surprised me, because I thought I was a forgotten son of God, totally forgotten, child of God. Just like a desert, I was just a deserter, basically. I was literally just a deserter of the, the kingdom of God. I was a deserter, basically. Um, but despite that, it wasn't as I thought, and I didn't, that's why it's caught me off guard. It caught me off guard that uh, um, God knew where I was the whole time, was there when I was at my worst, was there to get me. God was. Not anybody else. God was there to get me, basically. That's how I know. That's how I know for even more so that there is a God and a Jesus, because they came for me. They did. Nobody else. they 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 used other people, yes. They they used other people to get to me and um, talk to me and uh, all that, but it was them that was orchestrating it and everything, and um, that's kind of how I knew that. I'm like, I'm actually being helped by Jesus himself right now. Like, it literally, they hit me. Um, so that's how I know 100% there's a Jesus, for real. I was helped by him, for real. Nobody else cared. Nobody else knew where I was. Nobody else knew how to help me. Nobody. That's how I know it was him. but but something that hit me is like, you know the story of the prodigal son. That's me to God. I feel like I'm God's prodigal son, coming home embarrassed, humiliated, and I was fetched by Jesus to get me from the depths of hell, basically. you know. So this that's why this road has been kind of humiliating in a way, because it's a prodigal son type of thing, type of a deal. I'm returning to my actual father, not my earth father. I'm returning to my actual father, basically, because he wanted me back. My actual father. That's on a, the same father that Jesus calls father. That father. He wanted me back, and he didn't care about what it took to get me back. So I gotta respect that, and um, acknowledge his love for me. so, so, yeah, I am. God's sons. I thought I was forgotten. Completely, I thought I was forgotten. I thought all the attention forever was on Jesus by everybody. I didn't think anybody knew about me anymore, or that I existed, or anybody cared. But God never lost sight of me, basically, this whole damn time. So I guess I was more important to God than I thought for a lot of my life, if I'm honest. But a part of me kind of resents that I am God's son, one of them, because I feel like if I wasn't, I would never have been targeted, and I could have lived a normal damn life if I wasn't God's son, or one of them. I would never have been targeted, and that's why I resented it for so long. I would have lived what I consider a good life, a normal life. You know, if I wasn't one of God's sons, So I'm just being honest. I could have had the beautiful wife, kids by now if I wasn't one of God's sons. That's how I felt. Literally, But a part of me, because I could see another reason I resented being I kind of figured I was one of God's sons, is because I could see the lies of this world. I could see through this world. I could see through the lies of religion. I could see through all the lies. That's how I knew there's something different about me. How could I possibly know that this world is a lie? For the most part, it's a lie. I don't know. But somehow I've always known this world was just bullshit. But the only thing that isn't bullshit is Jesus. Isn't bullshit. That's the only thing. That's the only thing that this world teaches that isn't bullshit. Is Jesus. Is the only thing that isn't bullshit. So, but anyways, so like I said, you know how it's always said that Jesus will leave his sheep to fetch the one. He will go and fetch the one. That's true. He will. And he did with me. No matter how deep in hell I was, no matter how far gone I was, he came to fetch me himself. And I didn't think there was any hope, no Jesus, no God, no nothing. He came to get me. Jesus himself came to get me. That's how I know there's a Jesus, because he came to get me. The sheep, one of the sheep that got away, far away, far, far, far away, as far as you could go from God. I went that far, mentally, physically, That far from God I went. Jesus still could get me. He still could find me. No matter how deep and dark I went. Mentally, spiritually. Didn't matter how far gone I was. Didn't matter. Jesus still came for me. So, that's how I know there's Jesus. Because he came for me. It's not just bullshit that he'll come for the one that got away. It's not just bullshit. He will go for the one that got away. He will. And he did. Because he did it with me. So it is kind of a prodigal son type of a road I've been on. Trying to return to the kingdom of God. You know. So kind of with my tail tucked between my legs in a way, but because it's kind of humiliating in a way, you know, because I didn't think I was on God's radar anymore. I didn't think I was. I didn't think he knew where I was or cared. The whole time. I didn't think he cared. So I guess it really was Jesus that saved me. Like his title says, Savior. He saved me from the depths of hell. So that's why I remember it well. I remember it well, you know. I was completely um, completely beaten by the enemy in every way, you know. So but even though I have been helped, I still have struggled, you know. The enemy still targets me, even though Jesus helped me. I'm still targeted, you know. But I do feel like if if I keep close to Jesus and keep walk in a better road. I think I'll be alright if I put my pride aside. Um, you know, so, and allow myself to be um, basically led by Jesus, basically. Allow him to help me, basically. And not be the pissed off prodigal son that I am. But I was just mainly pissed off because I wasn't defended. So I didn't think I was worth a damn to God. So I didn't care anymore. So that's the reality. I felt like God didn't care about me back then. So, because I wasn't defended at all. So I didn't think God cared or existed or knew who I was. But he knew damn well who I was. Still, when I didn't think he knew who I was anymore. But anyways, when God wants somebody back, he's serious. When God wanted me back, he was serious. So I gotta respect that. God does want me back in the kingdom to help his kingdom somehow, you know. And I think I can do it, you know. So, I don't know how many people actually are walking around right now that know, to the extent that I know, that there's a Jesus. I don't think there's many people that know for as well as I do that there is a Jesus. The story in the Bible of Jesus isn't just a story. It's not just a story. It's real. There really is a Jesus. So I know because he came for me. The lost sheep, way out where no one could find him. Jesus came for me. So I gotta give my respect for that, because he didn't have to. He didn't have to come for me. He didn't have to come help me. So, anyways. But yeah, that's just something I realized at the support group, is that I am one of God's sons, even though I may be the prodigal son of God, the prodigal son of God, even though I may be that, I'm still one of his sons, you know. And I gotta remember that. And I told people in the support group that I have a YouTube channel, and that I might be helping people for real, because you guys have said that I've helped you. So I'm like, I might be helping people for real on YouTube, and they're all wanting to know my YouTube channel now. I'm like, I'm too embarrassed to tell you my YouTube channel. But maybe one day I'll tell them about what my YouTube channel is. but anyways, I know I'm kind of been a pain in the ass to God. I know I have. I've rebelled. I haven't wanted to help him, and I admit that. I haven't wanted to help him, even though he's been helping me. I feel like because I wasn't defended, I don't have to help him. Because I wasn't defended. You're my father. You didn't defend me. I don't have to help you, basically. So I've been a kind of a pain in the ass son to God, and I admit that. I've been kind of rebellious in a way, But I think I've been helping God on accident. Like I've said, I've been helping him on accident. Anyways, so, but he'll find a way. He'll find a way to get you to serve your purpose. He'll find a way. So, to have me be doing what I'm supposed to be doing on this planet, he'll find a way to make it happen. Which is all right. I guess I have the ability to help God in a whole different way than people have seen, maybe. Be kind of that. One of his sons that knows that Jesus is real, I guess, to testify to people that I know there's a Jesus, 100%. So I don't know if that's what I'm supposed to be doing, or he wants to turn me into another shepherd to help him alongside Jesus in a way. I don't know. I'm not sure. Not really sure, because I do know a lot of stuff that I don't know how I know. Somehow I know these things, like I have knowledge from God. I know certain things, and I probably have the ability to heal people without realizing I have the ability to heal people. That's that's what I think. I have I have the ability to heal people myself without realizing I could do that. You know, because I didn't think I could help people for real until this YouTube channel. I didn't think I could help people on their healing road, but somehow I can, because I want to heal. So that's why I'm trying, you know, myself, because I want to heal. Um, I'm tired of being in a bad position. I want to get better, you know. Walk this road, and I know that following what Jesus shows me to follow is the best way for me to heal, and I guess be saved as well. You know, following his instruction, I guess. I don't know, or something like that. I don't know. You can tell I'm kind of the a resentful brother, you know, or a resentful creation in a way. But because I had to be helped, basically, by God, basically, and more than once, I had to be helped by God. So I don't learn my lesson, I guess. I don't learn my lesson on this planet. Always get drawn to the wrong people. Always get drawn to the wrong things. That's that's why I'm the prodigal son. But, I mean, as long as I'm looked over and and free, I'll help. I'll help God as much as I can or know how to, um, because I feel like um, God's my real father, my real family. So, and that's why I've never felt like I belonged here my entire life. I've never felt like I belonged here. Probably because God's my father or something. So, but anyways, but even though not many have heard of me or know of me in this world, and there's no mention of me at all in the Bible, really, except for where someone showed me noble and great ones, just a vague description of a group of noble and great ones. Besides that, there's no real mention of me exactly in the Bible. But God knows who I am, despite nobody knowing who I am. I don't know. I don't know if I'm God's secret weapon or something, that only He knows who I am. He only knows certain things about me. But somehow the enemy knew who I was, even though I'm not in the Bible. The enemy remembered me. So Lucifer knows of me. He knew who I was. Even when I was a kid, he knew who I was. Isn't that crazy? He found me. He knew who I was when I was just a kid. That's how sick he is. He'll target you when you're a kid. Lucifer will target you when you're a kid. It's true. He will. And I know this very well. So that's why I kind of figured I was a high level target because of being targeted so young, and then so much after that. I'm like, what the hell? You know, why am I such a target? Why can't I just live a normal life, you know? Basically. But anyways, as long as I'm alive, I'll keep making videos, even though I do feel the opposition working to take me down still. Every day I'm still gonna make videos, you know, because I know I'm watched over, you know, by God, by Jesus. I'm watched over, I'm cared about by them, you know. So my real father. I'm cared about by my real father, basically. So guess that's all I want to say for this video, but it is kind of something that I felt tonight, that I am God's son, and He does care about me, even though I'm His prodigal son, coming home with Jesus getting me, basically. Even though that's the case, I'm still trying to come home and be a part of His kingdom, help God out the best I know how, the best I can, because I know He cares about me more than anybody else, so I might as well help the only one that cares about me, basically. So He cares about me more than the world cares about me, or more than I care about Him. God cares about me more than I care about Him. But despite that, He still cares and wants the best for me still. Even though I may have felt like the betrayed son, I may have felt like the betrayed one most of my life, the forgotten son of God, of His children, one of the forgotten ones, even though I felt like that.